Alright, so for our connector pop, which is going to be one of our first out of spawn plays that we'll run, it's a bit more complicated than most, and so I decided to make a video just to help explain it and for future reference. So we're going to start off with our non-spawn based jobs, and that will be for Sam and for Jeremy. So first, Sam, you're going to be going towards A this round, not apps, and the only required util that you'll need is your smoke. Everything else is you can use at your discretion. So for your util, you're going to be smoking out of spawn, just insta-smoke top con. The lineup, which is in this corner, I like to aim at this thick part of the antenna here, just don't know. That'll smoke top con. And then from there, you're just playing passive A ramp. You maybe hold the push, see what they do, and when the hit actually comes in, you're peeking off of the contact of our con guys. So you can creep up when the entry flash is about to be thrown, and when it's thrown, bang. You wait till you hear gunshots, and then you start clearing here. Because you are playing the weak side of this hit, so you're peeking off our strong side's contact, if that makes sense. For Jeremy, since you're opping, you only require util smoke flash flash, and you're just gonna run up mid. So this peek what I'm gonna have you take, just you're gonna insta post here. So this angle is something that the T's most of the time will get to first, unless you have a really shit spawn. In that case, you can just call cancel, and we'll do something else. Like honestly, if you have a spawn that's horrible enough for us that we can't do this, you can just go for an A ramp pick. But let's say you have a good enough spawn, which is most of them, because the con guy gets there pretty slowly. So you can insta post on this and just wait. And once our first spawn, we'll get into that later, but once we actually start progressing out towards mid, you can unpost, and you're going to want to run over here to this corner, and you're going to throw what I'm going to call the bench smoke. So on this wall here, there's this splash, and there's like a little teardrop looking shape on the wall. You're going to aim at the top of the teardrop, jump throw. That's going to give us a one-way out towards A. Because our entries pathing will be something like this. And so that will help them see and insta-kill anyone playing this area and not having to worry about it as they run out towards site. After that. So immediately after you throw this, you just make sure everyone's ready, and then you call, hey, I'm throwing the entry flash now. And you flash twice. And that's when we'll pop. So just make sure you make it a significant event in comms, saying, hey, I'm throwing the entry flash, we're gonna go now, then you throw it. And after that, you can jump down here, because at this point in time, we're gonna have a cat and window smoke. So you're basically pretty safe here. Jump down, everyone's running out towards A, and then you post here. Because at this point in time, the cat smoke is gonna begin to drop. And we're fishing for that cat guy. You know, he might still be here. If he gives up a free kill, bang. That's another entry. If he doesn't give it to you, or you know, you get him, you can run out towards A and maybe reposition for the after plant. Now moving into the spawn based stuff. First spawn, who has the best spawn for mid, is gonna use pretty much all of his util for this, no HE. So just gonna run out. First things first, we're gonna just insta mollycon. We don't need to throw the fancy one that lands in the corner up there, it just needs to be, you know, somewhere in connector. So you can practice something like this. Something fast. And immediately after you do that, you flash high, and then you want to flash lower con. And on that flash is when everyone will burst out and run out towards mid. From there, you're just gonna run down mid. You know, there's gonna be a second flash that comes in, pops, you clear con with the person behind you, and you get up on the right side of the doorway here. When Jeremy says he's about to throw the flash, you want to smoke jungle, and on the flash pop, you jump out and begin clearing. The pathing for this hit is going to be like this. You run this way and then towards CT. Because we'll be walking out with our A ramp guy and clearing all these angles together. Peek this, and when you get the CT, you'll call for the stairs flash, bang, and you can clear CT. That's our first spawn. Second spawn was the second worst spawn for mid. Gonna use basically all of his util, no HE. First things first, into the smoke window. I'm laying down some smoke. Run out. And we're gonna throw what I like to call the God Flash for mid. Something like this. Flashbang. Can I throw it right? Yeah. So this hits. So this I missed window smoke. But that flash will blind window, it will blind lower con, but it will not blind this, which is something our operas posted on. It also gets the cat jump, and it also gets anything fast cat pops right in their face. So the lineup is just, I like to run up along the right wall. As soon as I get on the platform, aim here, jump through. It's a pretty loose lineup. It's really useful. It can actually replace the lower con flash for mid. Once you throw that, jump down. You're gonna wait for the first spawn to throw that lower flash, burst out, insta molly under, and just keep your gun out from here. Once you clear con with the first spawn, you're just gonna flash into the smoke to prevent the cat guy from wanting to, you know, creep out through the smoke. Get up behind the first entry, and on the entry flash pop, same pathing, and you're helping trade the first guy. Third spawn. Smoke HE. The HE is optional, but it's fine. Let me make sure I have everything correct. Okay, so third spawn, you want to insta smoke cat. Then you want to run out mid. And if you have an HE here, I mean, you can throw it if you want to, it's up to you. But you're just gonna keep your gun out, make sure no one's, you know, walking out on you. And the only difference here is where you entry. So the first two are gonna be sitting here. You're gonna be wanting to sit on the left side. And on the pop, pre-fire this guy, and you want to stay stairs. And hold anyone who's walking out of this jungle smoke thrown by the first spawn. And when, you know, you can help assist where needed if things don't go our way. And at the end, people, the CT guys will call for flash CT, and you can reposition for plant. That's it for the actual jobs. I'm gonna move on to anything I forgot. Yeah, so second spawn has the bomb. Can be really anyone, but the optimal plant spot's gonna be just right here. Bang, planted, and you can continue with your pathing if you're second spawn. And something I forgot for Jeremy is you're gonna want to hold the connector peak. Actually, when you unpost, you want to flash con here, because when you're posted here, you're immune to the lower con flash. So basically, as soon as this flash is thrown, you can just unscope and then flash con, because the timing will be pretty good for us to just run down. Flash comes in, bang, and we start clearing. And then from there, you can move to smoking. You know, calling aim, throwing entry flash now, and then bang. The hit begins. So yeah, that's it.